Real motion getter. Stay in motion. Gonna keep that motion. We gonna stay on top. $1 million nigga. $billion nigga. This is not no cap talk.
$1 billion nigga. This ain't no cap top. What's up? What's up, family? What's the deal? Double up. 3 or 4 times I ain't telling no lies. I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Yes, sir. Let's get it on, family. Let's get it on. Let me get my Instagram up so we can get this thing live and popping. What's the deal, family? What's the word? What's the word? Dream Eyes here for another one. Yeah. Hey, that nigga Tank took a knee, nigga. That nigga. Hey, that nigga tried to take a break. That nigga tried to do a timeout. That nigga said pause in the middle of a fight. That shit was crazy, boy. This nigga out of here tripping with himself. But the interesting thing about the whole fight with Tank and Roach, and it was a powerful fight. It was, something that should be appreciated by both participants. The interesting thing is I just heard Tank on Yachty's page. He was on Yachty's. He's getting interviewed by Yachty. And essentially he was speaking about retiring, coming back into a peaceful space, not raging, not having so much war and so much energy. He didn't give a fuck about the belts, the glamour, essentially, right? Nigga, that nigga caught that draw, boy. And he said, nah, we got to do another one, baby. He said, fuck it. So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes spirit will put you in a certain situation of peace, but, hey, you got to move with the energy. And the energy is speaking war. The energy is speaking violence. The energy is speaking take up space, take up space, take up space. So, I've been seeing the signs and symbols like crazy now. And I'm going to do a build on it tomorrow with the whole masculine energy, or just kind of this divine masculine energy in this kind of time that we're in, to understand where we're supposed to move in this specific dimension during this specific time. So yeah, that nigga took a break. And that nigga is going to come back to redeem himself. But at the same time, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, is the energy is calling for you to just keep on moving, staying in motion. And y'all know Motion Mondays is about us all getting on our mission, getting on our motion. So I'm about to infuse y'all with my Instagram page, which is just nothing but spiritual information, spiritual light, so we can move or motivate ourselves to start moving and start taking action in spiritual endeavors that transforms our energy. Remember, you're not going nowhere if you're not doing your energy work, because this is all about you becoming more energetically pleasing to yourself, and then that would illuminate to the world. You'll become more attractive to the world, and attraction is just you bringing forth or attracting opportunities, attracting people, attracting situationships to you based off of you being that nigga or that bitch. So hey, we ought to understand how this thing works and start moving accordingly, so we can actually start getting to work instead of thinking we're getting to work by doing physical means. And then also rising in power to Angie Stone, rising in power to the goddess Angie Stone. Very, very powerful singer. Yeah, her music used to blow me away back in the day. I didn't even realize, that I didn't even really think that she was that old. I thought she was way younger than that. But one thing I did want to say about this Angie Stone thing is that we got to understand too, to the core, because I've been seeing the conspiracy theory and the UMG stuff and all of that, right? And let's just get real about it real quick. Let's think about this. Cause nobody thought about Angie Stone forever. So she gets on a live, and on the live, she says, "All right, I'm gonna wait for 60 people to come in the room." And then after she says that, she said, oh, "Okay, I got 47 people, 48 people," and then she sputes out, "Yeah, UMG, they got me fucked up. They taking my money. They got me fucked up. I'm gonna get them." Da, 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 da. And you believe in your heart that UMG seen that live, say, you know what? Let's send the 18-wheeler to her while she's traveling back. Let's send this 18-wheeler to knock her off course. Boom, and not only knock her off course, we if that's the case, we really trying to send everybody to transition in that van. But she the only one that transitioned out of 9 people in that bitch. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Now, hey, I'll just tell y'all what it is, what you want me to say. Now, if it's one of her band members that drugged her up or whatever, but now we get into so many different levels of this thing. UMG is not worried about Angie Stone's $100,000 a year royalties. a billionaire, $1 billion, and shout out to Angie Stone. She got them hits, she got a few of them hits. But niggas is not trying to cash out on Angie Stone's royalty checks, boy. So you got to look at it a little bit more stranger, a little bit more clever. Yes, she was speaking out, but that might have been to understand that you don't need certain companies to do you or run the show on you. You just got to do you to the core, and then eventually things will happen to where you would attract certain opportunities or more energy towards you. So, so hey, that message was bigger than that, just that, and I could do a whole decode on Angie with her being 63 and everything, but we'll say that for a whole nother time. What's up, y'all? What's the deal, family? What's up? I see y'all in here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in here. We in here. Let's get it on. All right, let me show my Instagram. So yeah, I just want y'all to understand that to the core. Like, niggas is not putting a hit out on Angie Stone, boy. Y'all gonna have to, we're gonna have to really just understand. See, her voice is actually louder in death. Nobody was watching that damn live. Nobody didn't even know she even said that. You think UMG was watching her live saying, oh shit, she got us. She's catching us. Damn. Okay, let me send this 18-wheeler to her now. The next day. Boy, hey, them boys working with something more than just goddamn people. If they doing that, they really got some power behind them if they moving shit like that. God bless. Also, today is a 33 day, March 3rd, which is a powerful day, and we should all know that 33 is a powerful number. So I want to read a God instead of Jesus. Let me read about Krishna. Same archetypal energy, Krishna. And speaking of Krishna, since it's Ramadan, that is more appropriate than us reading about Jesus. I remember Jesus and Krishna and all these Christ figures, these divine child energies, died at 33 or transitioned at 33. But 33 is just a code for your 33 vertebrae in your spine to you rising up from your lower gastrointestinal tracts and moving your kundalini energy, that snake, that mamba energy up to the Godhead, which did get you to be enlightened, illuminated Jesus, Krishna. Krishna, K-R. So if y'all don't know, this is the book. This book is Encyclopedia of Spirits by Judica Ilks. And this is a great way to understand personifications. Personifications are energy signatures. Here we go. Krishna. Krishna the Charmer. Krishna the Charmer. Origin, India. Krishna is among the most beloved Hindu deities worshipped throughout the subcontinent and around the world. He is also a great favorite of independent practitioners. He is among the most widely venerated of all spirits, bar none. Technically, Krishna is an avatar of Vishnu. However, if so, he is a favorite form. Krishna himself is worshipped in several forms. Krishna is the divine child, eternally delightful, mischief, fun-loving, and charming. So that's just speaking about tapping into your childlike spirit, your childlike essence, your childlike energy, and understanding that this world that we're in is supposed to be a playful adventure with creativity, fun, laughter, instead of like a stagnant approach to how you see the world. You want to move in adventurous motions to experience things down here, right? So that can even go as far as simply having conversations with people. You want to be able to speak your truth and speak your mind clearly with ease. We just did something on the throat chakra in the Patreon. And that sound is a very important vibrational pitch to send off an adventure for you. Because if you speak your truth to that specific female that you're shooting at, then that can lead down to an adventure that moves you in a particular way. Or if you speak your truth to your friends, right? Or to a situation, to your boss, that can lead you into a different situation for yourself, which will be glorious or whatever. But we're so worried about being, closing off our throat chakra that we don't really speak our truth. Remember, like, think about a child, right? A child, they speak their truth. They'll tell you if your breath stink. They'll tell you if you look funny. They'll tell you if you got yellow teeth. They just gonna speak their truth. They looking at you with such confidence and energy. They like, them kids will tell you straight up what time it is. You feel me? And when you understand that to the core, that's the specific energy that you want to live in. Whether you hurting somebody's feelings or not, as long as you're speaking truth to power in whatever. Now, obviously, as you get older, you want to be mindful, right? Because then, you still got to maneuver in a world full of humans and ego. But the idea is there, just the energy that you exude when you're speaking your truth or speaking up for yourself is a must. You feel me? Because that'll take you down adventures, that'll take you down a rabbit hole that will keep on unlocking stuff in your world, that'll keep on bringing you fun, laughter, adventure. Remember the movie Moana? She set sail on sea to see who she was destined to be. And just her setting sail on sea is her dealing, the water is emotions. So that's just her dealing with the emotional current that she's going to have to take by speaking up for herself. Or by just moving and putting herself in specific situations that's going to bring a hurricane. Remember, they had a hurricane scene or a rainy scene. Bring really toxic waves and shit like that. Or maybe even bring calm waters that you don't even realize that is peaceful and blissful, if you will. You feel me? Remember, she went down to the sea, in the bottom of the sea, to see that crab. That crab was the glamour. So you're going to have to deal with that aspect of yourself as well. So you won't be shining so much on boys with some Balenciaga jumpsuit because you think that's going to impress the girls. $1,000 Balenciaga jumpsuit, or me wearing my $20 jumpsuit. Hey, I get it. That $20 jumpsuit probably whacked in a bitch, but it ain't the clothes, nigga. It's who's putting on the clothes, regardless. You feel me? Remember them niggas that used to be in the gym? And they used to come down Jordan down, all of that Jordan headband, Jordan sweatband and shit, looking crazy, a whole Jordan outfit, the J's on and shit. Be sorry to the hoe. Y'all remember them niggas, and if you don't, you probably was that nigga. Clothes don't mean a motherfucking thing, boy. Put on, let's see how your game is. Them niggas used to be, I getting him for a fact. Then the nigga with that tore up white beater on, you feel me? Super baggies, shorts, shoes. He got some shoes, they damn near about to have a hole in them. Be going off and shit. Hood nigga too, you feel me? Hey, I'm just telling you what it is. You got to look at all of this stuff as a symbol, as energy, as a message. All right, it says Krishna is the intoxicatingly beautiful, irresistible lover. So that's good because that's also you loving on yourself, right? Because remember, the heart chakra is just an open gateway for you to love and express love to others. You feel me? So now as you do that, just like Jesus, right, if you will, as you're expressing this love to yourself, essentially you'll express love to others because you love yourself so much. So toxic words can't really just manifest in your being to where you're just hating on people, you feel me, or whatever, or like putting somebody down. You'll find the best in them and you'll find some kind of light in them, regardless of their particular situation and outcome. I took D-Ray to the main event this Saturday. Was that Saturday? Yeah, I think it was Saturday. You know, just so we can have a date night, get out and chill, you know what I'm saying? And we was vibing. We had a good time pregame, you know what I'm saying? Had a little bottle and shit, right? We sat in the car talking. We was just vibing heavy, right? And we seen this little Asian girl. I think she was Asian. She was like Asian and Caucasian, something. She was at the front. We was trying to get a pool table. We was asking her, hey, how long is a pool table wait? She just, for some reason, her whole mind was just shot. I don't know. She was just trying to figure it out. You feel me? And she said, maybe like an hour and a half. I don't know. She just looked at frantic and, you know, like her whole heart was about to combust. It was like, oh, okay, well, how long is the bowling alley? She said, oh, that's 2.5 hours. And I was like, dang, okay, well, shit, maybe we'll just go sit at the bar. As we're about to turn off and walk off, she started expressing herself. Like, you know what? I'm really just tired of working. I said, oh, shit. She caught me off guard, little Asian chick. I said, go ahead, speak that shit. And she said, yeah, I mean, I just been working all day. I've been here since 4 o'clock. I just got off this my second job. I'm sitting there, me and D-Ray just basking, just let her have it, let her vent to us real quick. And the whole time we looking at each other like, oh, okay, she probably has having a nervous breakdown. She was just like, I can't take it no more. But, you know, the people, and she must have seen some kind of light in us, for her to be able to express that, because she knew, or she probably felt that we were going to give her energy, which we did. You feel me? We said, hey, Ann, don't worry about it, man. You know, everything's going to be okay. You know, D-Ray said, why don't you just go tell your manager to have a break? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, and you know, that love will happen spontaneously, where people will just see a certain light in you where they'll need your particular energy, and your cup overfloweth so much that you can be able to pour into somebody with straight love and compassion and energy, so they can actually, become the person that, or they can get back in their right state of mind. You feel me? And that's what we did. We poured in some love and for about 5 minutes, and then we moved around and started getting really intoxicated at the bar. It says Krishna is the young coward who lives in an identical forest. Krishna is the spiritual teacher, guide, and advisor. Krishna is free, spontaneous, and fearless. He is a prankster, although never evil intention. Despite his sweet, loving nature, he is a powerful spirit who vanquishes the fiercest, deadliest, most toxic demons. Krishna is a pivotal figure in the epic, the Mahabharata. He remains a particularly energetic, active spirit, manifesting to people and appearing in dreams and visions. He is all powerful and may be petitioned for anything. So that's y'all calling on Jesus. You call on Krishna, or get you a picture of Krishna and invoke the Krishna inside of you. Because that free-spirited, loving, charming, remember he's a charmer, is the way you want to move. But the only way you move that way is by you changing and transmuting your energy first, so that your heart will be open to adventures, new things, new situationships that actually moves you. All right, let's get it on. So that's what y'all can do today, with seeing that it's 33 day. Hey, you want to tap into one of these Christ figures, Christ consciousness deities. You feel me? So a way to do that is by, Krishna had the flute. You can play an instrument, play some sounds, play some flute sounds, play all day, be playful. Like after I get off this live, I'm going outside to play. You feel me? Just have this fun, loving spirit where you can move as like you're a child, not childish, but childlike. You feel me? That childlike spirit. All right, let's see what Instagram has to bring us, family. Instagram.
Imagines that every person she meets has a sign around their neck that says, "Make me feel important." Every person she meets has this sign that says, "Make me feel important." And what she does is she responds to that sign. Make others feel important. Treat others well, make them feel important, and surprisingly enough, you will feel important too. Now, how do we make others feel important? Number one, top of the list, is eliminate destructive criticism. Eliminate destructive criticism. There is nothing that causes a person's self-esteem to go down faster than destructive criticism. Remember, it is destructive criticism in childhood that sets us up for fears of failure, fears of rejection, feelings of inferiority, inadequacy, undeservingness, guilt, and everything else. And most of us are still struggling to get over those feelings because of the inadvertent remarks and comments that our parents made to us when we were young. So eliminate destructive criticism. Never criticize anybody, because it devalues them. It kicks the chair out from underneath their self-esteem and makes them feel terrible. Just doing that, making that one change in your life, eliminating destructive criticism, will make you a far more attractive person than you can possibly imagine. Make others feel important.
Ain't that some spiritual shit for your ass, boy? I just said that. So that's interesting, and that's how spirit works. And spirit will just give you the straight up and down play for yourself. Look, my son, right? He's doing that Dr. Emoto project. We're doing that Emoto project for with the water, right? With the water and the rice. You feel me? And where you speak to rice, right? You speak to one thing of water, rice, and you say, "I love you, I love you, I love you." And then you speak to another thing of water, rice, and you say, "Destructive, or you ugly, you're trash, you can never do it," whatever, right? And the more positive one, you are a success, man. You're amazing. Wow, you're beautiful. You feel me? So then you remember your body is 75% water. So what you're speaking out is actually showing how toxic your water is inside. And this is all a fact. That Emoto experiment, go look up Dr. Emoto, it's on YouTube, all of it. And my Emoto water bottles will be coming back out soon. I just got to get over myself and order them. When you speak positivity into others, that's you speaking positivity into yourself. When you speak with gossip, disdain, trash, they're doing this to us, then essentially you keep on muddying your waters inside that doesn't serve you and that feeds you nothing but gunk. So now your frequency is shifted, your body is changed, and you don't have no real energy that moves you into a more positive outlook for yourself. Because slowly but surely you start moving in a space of low vibrational energy where it just attracts low vibrational people to you over and over and over again. So that's important. You want to speak power to yourselves. Let's keep on seeing. Let's see what else we got here.
In fact, until each of us becomes our own leader, we really don't have much of a chance of changing anything. And so that should be our desire, to develop ourselves so that we can lead ourselves and not be led by people, no matter how, highly moral or intelligent or, awesome they may seem.
Are you your own leader?
I am. In fact, until each of us becomes our own leader, we really don't have.
That's really good. Shout out to this sister right here. Let me see if she got a name. Shout out to her. Now, that's true. You got to lead yourself. You got to lead yourself. And in leading yourself, you know what I'm saying, it's just more so about you understanding that you have all the answers within you. And with you having all the answers within you, it's just simply as you going into the darkness to come out with the light. And the darkness is just as simple as you closing your eyes, meditating, closing your eyes, going into the dream space, closing your eyes, or not even closing your eyes, just shutting off the world and sitting in a quiet space, in a dark space, quiet space. Because remember, what light is just information, right? So information is just the matter that we're seeing in this particular world. That's all you're seeing is information. So when you look at a chair, that's information. When you look at a light pole, that's information, right? You look at your computer, that's information. All of that stuff is information, right? For your mind, for your brain. So that's all light is, you feel me, is information, which is matter. So when you go into complete darkness, you don't see no information or light. You feel me? All you see is darkness. But understand that there is going to be coming some light out of that darkness, because the darkness is going to show you some stuff that's been on your heart, some stuff that's been on your mind. And that light show that you see in your mind's eye is going to reveal things about you. Now, it takes some time, because you got to get through the egoic mind, because the ego mind is still thinking about, okay, what I'm going to eat tonight. Where, man, my boss want me to get this assignment done. Oh, I got to take my kids to the dentist, right? So you start thinking all of that. So you got to sit in darkness for at least, I would say, if you can, sit in darkness for at least an hour. So that first 20 minutes, you can get rid of that trash, that egoic mind shit. And then that next 40 minutes, you'll start just receiving light. So that's a good way to understand that you have all the answers inside of you and you can lead yourself. You feel me? Just sitting in darkness will get it done, right? I was just seeing this post. Somebody had posted it on Facebook about Rashard Jamal and his whole story. And I forgot that nigga got sentenced to 18 years. You feel me? So, these people, some of these people is not even living the specific truth to power that they're speaking. So you don't want to follow nobody, not even myself. You feel me? You just want to follow you. Obviously, you can receive light and information from others, but at the same time, at the end of the day, don't make them your goddamn Messiah. I ain't never seen none of the Rashad Jamal stuff either. So him calling himself Messiah, that should have told you immediately, oh, he fucked up. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
Enjoy where you are, or you will never get where you're going. Why? Because you're not going anywhere. Enjoying where you are tells you that what you need to be is right here, because this is where everything is. Nothing is anywhere else. There is nowhere else. So enjoy where you are, and you will be where you're going. And where you're going, which is where you are, will keep changing to reflect how much you enjoyed the last expression of the here and now. And the next, 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 and the next. In rapid succession. As fast or slow as you can handle it. According to your own definition of handle. Enjoy where you are.
That's powerful. Shout out to Bashar. Daryl Anka. Yeah, that is important. Like when I started, see, this is how I got out of my job situation, right? Because I used to be depressed going in there, right? And I knew the science of how you're supposed to be in the now and present. But, the ego don't want you to sit in that specific space when you're seeing this with your two eyes. And you're at a job over and over and over again. And I was a PE teacher, so shit, you would think somebody like me would enjoy it. But my robotic nature just was fucking with my head. So essentially I was getting fed up with that stuff because I wasn't used to being so robotic like that. It was always an adventure for me, whether I was conscious of it or not. You feel me? So now what I did was I used to sit in my car before I went in and change my vibration. Say, I'm having a great day. This is going to be a magical day. I'm going to have fun all day. Da, da, da. Out loud with my voice sound out loud in the car while I'm listening to either some binaural beats or something that's putting me in a different space. And boy, do you know, as I was embracing the now space, I started having fun at the job more and more. And then it just started becoming easier and easier, right, to be there. And in me being there and it becoming I started playing games with the kids. I started transforming my mind to say, you know what? I can actually utilize these students as a jumper cable to what I want to do anyway. So I started teaching them kids meditation. I started giving them kids all kind of words of wisdom. Nigga, them kids is damn near spiritual gurus by the time I was done with them. You feel me? But it was just something speaking through me because I didn't want to be teaching them that systematic shit that wasn't serving them. So I used to tell them, hey, look, all this school shit, all that bookworm, all that book stuff, none of that stuff matters. This thing is about energy and energy alone. The more you build up on yourself, the more jobs and opportunities is going to come to you. Don't gotta get no goddamn degree. That shit is an illusion. You still have to be that nigga to carry out the job. So now you're thinking this piece of paper is the real game, but the real paper is inside of you. So yes, the paper might trick you into believing that you're somebody, right? But that's good because it's a ritual. It's a initiation for you to start training your mind, saying, "Oh, look, I'm somebody. Yeah, I can do this job." So it's way better though to tell yourself you're somebody, be that nigga, and then get into that space of God. Look, I'll tell you, this is how I got that PE job, right? I'm changing my life and shit, trying to, get into my bag or whatever. And you know what I'm saying, I was a personal trainer, and I wanted to do the PE thing because never thought it was going to be an easy gig, right? So I took the PE test and I passed it the first time or whatever. Cool, right? My homeboy Kevin, he called me. He said, "Hey, look, I'm going to this job fair." He said, "I'm going to this job fair. You want to come?" I said, at first I was like, "Man, I don't fuck all that bullshit. I don't," because I was still halfway in, halfway out of that world that I wanted to be in. I said, "You know what? Fuck it. I got to take this adventure. Fuck it. Let's go. Come slide on me." He picked me up and everything. Nigga, I went to that job fair. I met an assistant principal that I met before subbing that year, right? And she liked the way I speak, the way I presented myself, right? And just keeping it real, she liked my niggerdism, if you will. So much so that she became a principal at another school. She hired me on the spot. She said, "Hey, what are you looking for, coach?" Or she didn't call me coach at the time, but she said, "Hey, what you looking for?" I said, "Man, I only got this PE certification." She said, "Man, we looking for a PE teacher." She hired me right there on the spot. Based off of me speaking, nigga. None of that other shit didn't matter. It was just about me, how I spoke. You feel me? So now if you build up your speech, your ability to communicate with others, then that shit will go way longer than you thinking that piece of paper is going to get it done. You feel me? People are going to hire who they like. That's common sense. That DEI shit is a illusion. They're going to hire who they like based off of they feeling like this person is going to bring me some joy, some laughter, some fun. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling. Let's see what else we got. Shout out to Bashar.
If we chose to be here, what the heck were we thinking?
You were thinking, how exciting.
Well, I mean, what were the attributes that made this challenging existence seem like a good idea?
Let me give you a rough analogy. Perhaps not all the males will be able to relate to this, but we'll think of others in a minute. But the females, maybe, will relate to this. Many of you know that when females have babies, sometimes there's a lot of physical pain. And at a certain point, you may say, "I'll never go through that again." A year later, "Oh, I want to have another child." Have you forgotten what it was like? I guess so. You must remember that when you, in a sense, go into spirit, it's like waking up from a dream. And when it feels like your physical reality was a dream, it's not a big deal for a spirit to say, "That was interesting, let's do that again." Because from the perspective of the spirit, that's who you actually are, and this was just a dream. It was just an interesting experience. It doesn't carry a lot more weight than that. So the idea really is that even though we know what you experience in this life, the idea is to learn that this life can actually become more like the spirit experience. And over the course of many generations, that's what you're doing, is creating this reality to be more like the vibration of your true natural self and create heaven on earth. And therefore you understand that there is great impact in this, there is great experience in this, there is great love in this, there is great strength in this. Remember that there are many things going on that connect to the experience you are all having on earth that are not just relegated to your planet alone, to your reality alone. As we have often talked about, there are many civilizations that are going through their own transitions. Many of them are not necessarily as strongly invested in the exploration of darkness and negativity as Earth has been. But the point is that if your people can go through the idea of finding light through the experience of extreme dark, if you can do that, then anything is possible. And those other civilizations can learn from you that if you can do it, they can do it. And you are great teachers in that context. And believe me, when you are in spirit and when you see,
if we chose to...
That's good. Hey, Bashar dropped the boatload on that shit. Hey, I can't even make it up. Look, I did a video, or I did a book or a poem or something I did a few years back. It's on YouTube. I called it Soul Travel or whatever. And essentially I was saying that we came down here to experience like the hurt, the pain, the traumas and stuff like that, because in your internal bliss, you're bored. Your cosmic bliss, you're bored. So a few lifetimes down here is fun for you to experience the hurt, the pain, the trials, the tribulations, because you want to see if you can beat the game that you put yourself in just to be able to acquire a certain level of enlightenment here on earth. So that's why I said you have to get into a space of, one, doing the work for your energy, right? Two, transmuting that energy into motion, or you're moving, because the adventure that you're experiencing down here is actually the heaven that you're trying to seek on earth. Just by you doing the work and getting out and seeing if you can. So let's correlate it to you picking up chicks, right? Let's correlate it to that, because that's a good one to correlate it to. Just by the mere fact that you not shooting your shot at her is you staying in a place of fear, right? In a place of worry and a place of hell, if you will. You feel me? Instead of you training yourself, right, to have that experience, and if she shoots you down, okay, oh, happy day, you learn something from that. You feel me? So that's why the work is so important, because the more you do it, the stronger and more powerful you get, just by embracing the experience we call Earth. But if you're just trying to play it safe, let's correlate it to YouTube. Make the damn video. What? So what? Nobody seen it. You think some people are worried about you making this damn video? See, that's why I said these young kids is the Christ consciousness, because they don't give a fuck. They'll live in their van. Hey, I'm up. What's up? These young kids is the Christ consciousness. That whole energy of them is Christ consciousness speaking through them, saying, I'm fearless. I'm going for mine. I don't want that retire at 65 job robotic system idea. I'm about to do me, and I'm about to do me heavy. And if it don't work, so shall it be. Fuck it. You feel me? That fearless approach of you removing yourself from the survival mode and get into the thriving mode moves you into more thriving experiences. But if you're worried about your survival and all this other stuff and oh, how I'm gonna eat and shit, instead of making yourself, or instead of putting yourself in or taking yourself out of the straitjacket and putting yourself into the space where you can start running this shit on yourself, then hey, you're just gonna be in the halfway house trying to get out the whole time, hiding yourself, bumping against the walls and shit, tripping with yourself, boy. And I'm telling you straight up what's gonna happen. Niggas gonna transition and say, damn, I didn't even take my shot. I was supposed to take my shot right there. I forgot it was a game. It's not real. What the fuck was I doing? I was tripping. Damn. I just wanted to keep on eating food. Chaos in the blood. So, hey, you got to look at this whole thing as just an adventure. That's it. It's not that deep. It's never, see, when you see all that shit, when you hear this shit getting too deep, you know you in the wrong place. This shit is not that deep. Now, the deep part is you're believing is deep because your emotions are jacked up. So that's based off of the food, the programming from your mama and them, and so on and so forth. But if you balance out your human emotions of this place, you start being like, man, what the fuck? Give a fuck what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? You start running, you start waking up like, wait a minute, what? And you start running the show on yourself because you don't have no emotional ties to situations, somebody talking down on you. You know what I'm saying? You showing yourself or whatever, right? You just doing you, and you doing you so good that then you get into the thriving mode, and that's when things come to you. But if you're working backwards by trying to work harder at your job or whatever the fuck, then you're working harder on yourself, then you fucking up. Big time, baby. You got to work on self. And then in the working on self, you just become more attractive, and that's how you'll realize that life is a sense. You feel me? You don't got to make it so deep and, oh, I got to do this kind of work and all of that shit. That shit ain't even that deep. You feel me? When you go into the astral realms, you'll realize that this whole ain't that really deep. Y'all making it deep because y'all programmed with the school thinking shit. The shit ain't supposed to be that deep. It's supposed to be a level of understanding of spiritual techniques and practices that you can do, but that's it. It's not supposed to be like, nigga, all this moralism stuff. That shit is trash, boy. That's for the birds. And you're gonna keep on running in circles trying to find something deeper and stuff when it's as simple as closing your eyes. Chaos in the blood, baby. Hey, I'm just telling you what it is. Niggas will try to make this shit more complicated than it have to be. Niggas will tell you straight up and down, yeah, just meditate, say a few words in your meditation, and you still won't do it. Niggas will sit there and say, nigga, just record yourself speaking. And you still won't. You said, nah, nigga, it gotta be harder than that. And that right there is fucking up melanated people more than anything, I believe. That level of energy is fucking up people so crazy because they want it to be hard. And that brain is fucking them up so they can't even thrive because they want something harder and shit. Ha! Tripping with yourself, boy. It says you better lighten up.
How do lobsters grow? I don't care how lobsters grow. But I was interested in it. And it points out that a lobster is a soft, mushy animal that lives inside of a rigid shell. That rigid shell does not expand. Well, how can the lobster grow? Well, as the lobster grows, that shell becomes very confining. Right? And the lobster feels itself under pressure and uncomfortable. It goes under a rock formation to protect itself from predatory fish, casts off the shell, and produces a new one. Well, eventually, that shell becomes very uncomfortable as it grows, right? Back under the rocks. And the lobster repeats this numerous times. The stimulus for the lobster to be able to grow is that it feels uncomfortable.
Uh-oh.
Right? Now, if lobsters had doctors, they would never grow. Because as soon as the lobster feels uncomfortable, goes to the doctor, gets a Valium, gets a Percocet, feels fine. Never gets off its shell. So I think that we have to realize that times of stress are also times that are signals for growth. And if we use adversity properly, we can grow through adversity.
That was absolutely fire. Damn. Rabbi Dr. Abraham Twerksky. That was fire, y'all. Look, hey, I can't make it up. I told y'all the melanin is a sign. The melanin is venom. And that venom or that stress that you're feeling is actually going to work for you. Your melanin is going to work for you in the time of stressful situations. So then if you just understand that, oh, okay, this is stressful. Let me put myself in it fully and feel the embarrassment, feel the pain, feel the anxiety, then my melanin is going to conform my body into that new being that I'm supposed to be based off of me putting myself in that stress response. Because melanin is a conductor of energy, so that stressful energy, the melanin is going to pick it up and say, oh, okay, this is who you're supposed to be. This is how you're going to have to do this. So when you feel uncomfortable at a job and you're like, damn, man, I know I could be doing more. This shit is trash or whatever, right? Then you might be time for you to say, okay, well, let me start moving into my own entrepreneurial spirit, that thing that I've been thinking about so much, and start doing that and put myself in that uncomfortable situation to where I can grow from there and remove that shell and get a new shell. You feel me? So that's going to be very, very important in this time right now, especially because at the same time, at the end of the day, what happens is if you just continue to keep the same cycle of energy going, then you might get stuck in that trap for another decade based off of you not being able to shift into formation with the energy of what Sister Earth is giving us in this 9 year. That was a fire video. God damn. What's up, y'all? What's good? What's up? Yeah, y'all leave me some questions. I'm gonna do a few more and then y'all leave me some questions so I can see what y'all talking about, baby.
I do a lot of visualizations, but which means that I'm constantly in the future, thinking of what?
No. This is the way you use visualization. You can have a symbol that represents the ideal outcome. Looking at the symbol and all the things in it that you have arranged as a picture, a visualization of that so-called ideal outcome, is for the purpose of getting you into the excited state that you feel when you look at that visualization. But as soon as you're in the excited state, you have to completely, utterly drop the picture and just be open to what higher mind will match to the vibration of your excitement. And no matter how it looks and what it is, you have to know that that is the next thing that absolutely serves you best. You have to let go of the visualization utterly. Because you see, what you're not getting yet is that that visualization that your physical mind is capable of conjuring is extremely limited. your higher mind could actually bring you something many times greater than your physical mind is capable of imagining. So when you think that the visualization is the ultimate outcome, it's actually not in most cases. So when you understand that by holding on to that image and having that to be the outcome is actually limiting what could be happening, you will finally drop it.
I do a lot.
Picture tells 1,000 words. A picture tells 1,000 words. So if these pictures can stimulate a certain elevated emotion, right? Like you were saying, elevated energy, then that's the key. So when you're visualizing, you want to feel that feeling of excitable energy, so you can carry that out. So your body can, because your body doesn't know, or your mind doesn't know what's real or fake. So now when you're visualizing, if you can see yourself, walking as a particular being that you want to be, right? And that gets you excited, you feel me? Then that can actually move you into another level of God or genius. If you see like I tell my Patreon family, if you see yourself having sex, that level of elevated emotion, you can transform into positive energy for you, right? And then essentially what's going to happen is you're going to start to have more motion in your third dimensional reality, because you're in this excitable place, or your vibration or frequency has changed. And then the frequency that you are is just going to be matched by the outside world, because it doesn't have no choice but to bend to that wheel. So that's important. You remember, your emotions is the key, right? Remember, it's thoughts, you think, and then it can turn into emotion. So then if y'all are thinking low vibrational thoughts and you feel that with emotion, then essentially what's going to happen is you're going to be stuck in that cyclical energy of woe is me, sadness, fear, all of that. You feel me? If you're thinking high vibrational thoughts, positive thoughts about yourself, then essentially you can be in that specific frequency of joy, bliss, fun, laughter, right? But some people are just addicted to the trauma. They're addicted to suffering. They don't want to be happy. And I ain't talking to them people. I chose happiness, you feel me? Because at the same time, at the end of the day, I don't have time for the mess, the drama, because I've been there, done that, right? And at the same time, at the end of the day, I would rather carry out a specific level of laughter, fun, excitement, than me carrying out the stress, the worry, the fear. So you have to, in your visualizations, there's a lot of books called Creative Visualizations, right? And they tell you straight up, like, you could take certain items, put it in front of you, close your eyes, and then picture that item again and blah, blah, blah. Or you could put, or in creative visualization, like even seeing a sigil in your mind's eye, you feel me, that you created, can spark a certain message to your body that will start transforming it. Or even seeing like ruins, remember the ruins and shit like that, you feel me? Trying to see if I got a book of symbols. But the picture moving, the moving picture of the visualization is also good too. But even if you just impregnate your mind with a particular sigil that you created, then that'll work as well. Also, well, I'll say y'all got to get in the Patreon to hear that other jewels we have. And then also we got a powerful build happening in the Patreon. March, well, sometime, wait, let me see. I ain't even made a date yet. But me, Yosef, we're going to build in the Patreon on this new year. And we're going to give y'all a whole bunch of rituals on one of these days. I'll tell y'all a little bit more about it soon, because March 21st is coming up. And what, damn, this month, yeah, it's what, in 2 weeks. So y'all be on the lookout for that, because I got some rituals for y'all to do for this new year, the real new year, spring equinox, so you can actually tripwire your world into the world that you want to see. And right now, the Patreon is at a discounted price. So you want to jump in that bitch fast before it's too late. Let me see what questions y'all got, baby. List questions y'all got. A worker at Walmart in Atlanta, hella beautiful came through. You pulling stuff, Titus? Okay. I feel you. You pulling stuff like a sigil. Yeah, a sigil is a good thing, but you know, like the motion is a good thing. Just you seeing yourself moving, like see yourself walking on a beach. You feel me? Summertime is coming. So see yourself walking on a beach, right? With your bikini on, looking fly or whatever. You feel me? I'm talking to the goddesses now. Fellas, if you wear bikinis, then hey, do you shit. Ha. But the goddesses, see yourself killing them. Feel me? 2-piece on, thong, flat stomach and shit. Really rocking it. Strutting your stuff, and you just see and you want to see guys looking at you like this, and vice versa. Fellas, you see yourself walking, you feel me? See that shit over. That shit might get you excited. You feel me? I say, oh shit, you might be turned up. Like, oh, I'm killing these niggas. Ha. So you got to do stuff like that because essentially, remember, your subconscious mind doesn't know if it's real or fake or whatever, right? So now all of a sudden, when you're putting that imprinting message in your head, then your physiological language will start to change, and you'll start to become that thing based off of you being in motion, where the motion might take you to the gym. The motion might make you eat better. You feel me? The motion might send you on a whole nother journey the motion might give you more energy to get up and do stuff. The motion might get you walking and shit. You feel me? So that's the key to this thing, right? That excitable energy will move your emotions, energy and motion to the right place. King Allah said, we know we're in that exactly. Emotions and thoughts attract things in your life. Yep. It sounds like some sort of mechanism in mind, like a maze in the mental to reach the highest level of energy. Absolutely. Yeah. If you know, because that's what it is. It's mind over matter. You feel me? And then the matter will turn into, the matter is just the light. So that's what we're talking about. I said I would get a 4.0 on my master's degree, and I got a 3.9 with 2 classes yet. Y'all could do anything. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Powerful, family, powerful. That's fly. What was the stone in World War III you was going to talk about? Oh, I was talking about Angie Stone, that conspiracy thing. Now, World War III is basically this 3-3 right now, today. Because essentially, and tomorrow I'm going to do a build. Y'all come on tomorrow to the live, because I'm doing a build on basically the whole masculine energy coming into the fold right now. Choosing violence and taking up space. 50 Cent, Cameron, and Trump doing his thing with Zelensky shit. So it's been a very powerful time right now. Boys been showing naked ass. Spirit been giving us clues after clues after clues. And you just seen Nipsey's brother boss up in his grand opening. I said, up. Spirit coming through, baby. Take up space in this bitch. Black Sam, yeah. I said, okay. I see where you going, Spirit. So I'm going to do a whole build on that tomorrow. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Because that's actually an important step for the family to take based off of you putting this whole, see, Trump is a beautiful symbol. I don't know what niggas is seeing. This nigga is a beautiful symbol right now. And I'm not even talking about whatever policies or whatever he's gonna perform. I'm talking about him being like, nigga, I don't give one fuck what y'all talking about, boy. So y'all need to be able to take that energy to the bank for yourself, because at the same time, at the end of the day, if you start exuding that leadership qualities within yourself, then, you know, things will start to happen for you based off of you choosing violence and not being afraid and tucking your tail because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Hey, it's time to step up for you. You've been putting yourself on the back burner for too long. It's time to step up for you. You, your own universe. So eventually you're going to have to be able to put that bitch ass nigga in his place. And I'm talking about the bitch ass nigga inside of you. Fuck all that bullshit. You got one time to get this thing right, and you're going to let this bitch ass nigga inside of you take over your being? No. We want, see, you're going to have to punch that bitch ass nigga inside of you in the face and say, enough is enough, nigga. You got me fucked up. I'm about to turn up in this bitch. Because at the same time, at the end of the day, I know it's just a game. So now, let's show and tell. You're going to cower your whole life and just be a shell of yourself, be stuck in your shell that you can't grow? Got to get out of that baby shell and get into your big boy shell. And that's, hey, and I'm going to go over that tomorrow because this signs is showing naked ass. I definitely was uncomfortable at my job and ignored the signs to leave for the longest and ended up getting hurt by another employee. And I can honestly say this was the best thing that happened to me. Yeah, and the funny thing about that undeniable is sometimes spirit will just say, all right, I'm going to force this nigga. I'm going to force this hand. So spirit will force you out of a situation based off of it saying like, nah, nigga, you can't do this. I ain't gonna let you slide like that. I'm gonna have to put something in your way to force your hand so you can actually start moving. So hey, spirit works like that too, you feel me? Yeah, World War III is happening right now. It's happening in the mind. You got to be able to pick up on the energy right now because it's here. It's here and it's heavy. You feel me? Let me do one more of these Instagram posts so we can see what spirit is trying to bring to the family.
All about making a friend of the unknown. Making friends with the unknown. Allowing the unknown to be a place of excitement and surprise and discovery rather than a place of fear, rather than something to run from, rather than something to hide from. It's a place to go toward. The unknown is where you will discover all the rest of yourself. That's where the rest of you is, in the unknown. So you want to develop a willingness, not just to crawl there, not just to walk there, but to run there. Run to the unknown.
Choose violence.
Embrace the unknown. It only contains more of you. That's all the unknown ever contains. More of you. More ability to discover more of you.
That nigga Bashar going off today, boy. Thank you, Instagram algorithm. Thank you, spirit. God damn. Hey. That unseen world, the unknown, the going into the thing that you feel is going to be fearful is majority of the time unlocking another level inside of you that's going to make you that much powerful, that much greater, that much more enlightened. So I want to encourage the family, right? Now is the time to Choose yourself first. Choose yourself first. And on this Monday, on this marvelous Monday, on this Motion Mondays, I want you to think about how you're going to choose yourself first today. It could be as small as you saying, you know what? Let me finally pick up that book that I've been neglecting. It could be as small as that, or it could be as small as you saying, you know what? Instead of me staying in the house again, not doing nothing, let me go to this bar and just see what happens. So some of y'all niggas, I still don't get it. Some of y'all is crazy as shit, like single, no kind of ass or nothing. You just out here tripping with yourself with the phone or the porn or whatever. Nigga, if you don't take yourself outside and get into some adventures, this is what? Nigga, you gotta go outside, baby. This is what? Hey, that shit crazy to me. I still don't understand this generation. Like them boys there's some, what they call them, sleeper cell kids or some shit like that. Nigga, you gotta go. That's something inside of you is just, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to do some more push-ups or some squats or something. Because at the end of the day, you can't just be using no phone to get off or no laptop or whatever the fuck. There's they out here, baby. What you talking about? You got to get outside and go play. You sitting in your house all day and shit and not see, that's an important step. See, small shit like that. Go to the bar, my nigga. God damn, you trying to make excuses and shit. You getting off at 5 o'clock trying to make excuses. Oh, I got to get ready for work tomorrow. Nigga, if you don't take your bitch ass to the bar, to your local bar and sit there, and if you need to calm your nerves, have a drink real quick, you feel me? And see and just be in that environment real quick. Fuck it, I ain't even tell you to shoot your shot. Just at least sit your ass down and put yourself in the environment. Hell, you might hit it off with a guy at that bitch. You feel me? Not like that, but I'm just saying, y'all might be vibing on the game that's on. And then a fly honey come by and he set you up to go get her. You feel me? So now all of a sudden, you got put in the position by your wingman that you just met, and he put you into a whole new adventure, a whole new play. Hey, telling y'all, boy, I mean, shit. Some of them consultations, I be tripping, boy. Yeah, opportunity, potential energy. Potential is where it's at. Yep, that is chaos magic. Chaos is the potential inside of you. Yep, so going outside of your normal routine. Yep, that's it. Chaos is just essentially like not sticking to no routine. So a lot of this magic that they do is trying to follow somebody else's script and shit like that. Bobby said it. Bobby said, look, the real magic is the one coming from your own mind. So you can create a ritual based off of your own mental work. Whatever comes from your own divine mind. Create a ritual and put emotions into that ritual to see all of that shit, that logical stuff and all of that. Who says that's right? Somebody else made it up. So now you just make up your own shit and keep on testing it until it works for you. You're scientists, you're experimentalists. So when you experiment on yourself, on your energy, then essentially what happens is things will start to happen to you based off of you trying. So even just the potential of you shooting your shot, like, oh, look, see, y'all can go out, see, take a crystal out, a throat chakra crystal, and then go out. and see what happens. You feel me? Just see what happens. Shit, get fly and shit. Get fly. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out bummy. Get fly real quick. Take your ass outside and just see what happens. Y'all can't be alone in 2025. Niggas trying to illusionary themselves are saying, "Nah, I'm just choosing me right now, nigga." You just ain't shooting your shot. Now, if you are choosing you, that's another thing. That's the real niggas that has to slow their shit down because their sacral chakra might be overactive. But if you in a space of limbo, like for the life of me, I still don't even understand it. Like a month is a long time, fellas. I'm telling you, a week is a long time to not. But you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you go on a dry spell, but like you need to be out here hunting because that's just a sign of how much assertiveness you have in your own world. You feel me? And you know the lazy shit is dead too. You can't be lazy out here. You're gonna have to put in a little bit of effort, right? So that's when you start actually being thorough and thoughtful for yourself and for the mate you're trying to attract. Go to the main event if you got it in your city. I don't know about that main event. It was all high schoolers in that bitch. Yes, the day we went, it was all nothing but high schoolers. We just went to have a quick drink real quick. But you know, you can find them there too. Shit, you know what it is. Yes, sir, family. Yes, sir. I love and appreciate y'all, man. Love and appreciate y'all tomorrow, 9:30 a.m., 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Masculine energy unlocked. We're going to talk about some real powerful shit because essentially it's coming online heavy. And then next week, I'm probably going to do that severance decoded because, you know, that show is a classic as well. Yes, sir, family. Love and appreciate y'all. Peace to the gods.